r/AskReddit, what are some of the most abhorrent displays of temper tantrums you've ever witnessed in public?
Oh my fucking god, where do I even begin? Should be noted that this wasn't in public, but it involved my own son, so whatever it counts. We were having ribeye steaks for dinner, and mind you he'd never complained about this meal before. Everything changed on this fateful night when he insisted we have pizza instead, even after telling him to shut the fuck up. Before long, he launches his plate and shatters a window, so I promptly take the son of a bitch to his room and beat his ass. 10 out of 10, would do again.
Took my kid to Chuck E. Cheese this one time. Friend of ours was hosting a birthday party. Evidently there was a family in attendance under the impression that they had the birthday venue booked, only to have a rude awakening upon realizing they fucked up and actually booked it at an establishment over 2 hours away. From there, everything went to shit. The dad furiously argued with staff over the affair, while their bratty kid sat at a table, fuming, equally livid. It wasn't long before Chuckie himself made his debut, striding out of the kitchen on his way to the stage, when this little bugger went ballistic and fucking bit him hard. I don't mean the childish nibble like kids are prone to doing, I mean like hyper good suck levels of flesh clenching. Just watching would be enough to make one physically cringe. I mean I sure was more than repulsed. Chuckie visibly bled and flailed helplessly with this kid cemented to his arm. Party guests and other onlookers gawked, kids started bawling, 911 is called, and before long, we vacated the restaurant. As we pulled out, my wife was reconfiguring some backup plans with our friends, and sure enough, we weren't even a quarter mile out when we passed by an ambulance. Complete and utter shit show. And of course, this type of fiasco always goes down at a place like Chuck E. Cheese. The irony kills me. Legend has it, the kid is still attached to Chuckie's arm to this very day.
I see a few ornery kids every now and then in Walmart, but this one easily takes the cake. By far, the most severe and vivid outburst I had the misfortune of listening to was at a hospital delivery ward of all places. Just the other day, my wife was in labor with our firstborn daughter, but from my room, I could hear the audible screeches of a little boy who apparently was more than dissatisfied with the prospect of having a baby sister and not a brother. Things only escalated more when he started throwing the furniture around. He was quickly berated by his parents, but in his defense, they weren't much better themselves. I don't like to be presumptuous, but it really didn't seem like a very healthy family dynamic in general. From what I gathered later, it ended with him getting kicked out of the room when he went over to a vending machine and beat the ever-loving Christ out of it. Weird flex, but okay. I wish him and his folks the best, but yeesh, that was rough.
Worked part-time as a pool lifeguard not too long ago. Funny enough I didn't even work this day. What you're about to hear is more or less a second-hand source. It was a seemingly uneventful day when my bro, let's call him Donovan, played witness to a dubious exchange between two grade school kids. The older one was giving this little guy a lecture on how being submerged for long enough would cause his balls to turn the same color as the water he was in. After warning him of blue balls, this kid turned around and did the one thing he assumed would correct the predicament. Yep. Soon a cloud of yellow formed around him. His solution to sustaining Caucasian gonads was piss. Beautiful. Everyone immediately noticed, particularly the instigator of the crime, backing away screaming WTF, not having expected his ploy to actually go anywhere. The little one splashed water in his face to protect him from the evil blue ball mongering sea devils beneath, which only led to himself getting slugged. An all-out cat fight ensued, and Donovan of course had to break it up and called everyone out of the grossly contaminated waters. Once everyone was out, it looked like someone dumped an inkjet printer into the pool.
As I waited in line for theater concessions, there seemed to be this one kid that was being a royal pain in his parents' ass. Started out innocently enough. He wouldn't quit asking for Butterfinger bites or something, but the look on the dad's face suggested he'd been at it all day, and dreaded having to deal with his crap for another 90 minutes. Thankfully they got their stuff and left. Hubby and I were out to see Princess Mononoke. By the way, thank God for these Studio Ghibli fests. We got our food and made our way to the screen, and hell yeah we were the only ones there. Pays off being in a small town that couldn't care less about such a movie. Hubby had never seen it, so I planned this 2 weeks in advance, and up to this point everything was going accordingly. The moment the opening narration ended, that kid and his dad waltzed in. Well shit. This was the movie they were seeing after all. This godforsaken twat kept spoiling it as it went along. We obviously weren't the only ones fed up with his bullshit since his dad basically told him to piss off. The kid snapped and punched him in the balls, then sprinted off to evade what would have otherwise been a glorious ass beating. After making it to one of the side exits he pulled the fire alarm, then bam. The movie stopped, lights flashed on, and we had to evacuate. I was so damn pissed my blood was vaporizing. But when all was said and done, the kid and his dad were at least kicked out. We returned to the screen, ready once more to root for our boy Ashitaka, when not even a minute later, the power went out. We got hit with a monsoon of a hailstorm so severe it killed the power and forced us back into the lobby. Yeah, at this point our evening was pretty much ruined.
2 words. Racial profiling.
Fucking racist!
Racist? Okay. Was it as racist as this tasteless joke you once told to my face?
Oh, come on, Rich.
Yeah. Why was I crying in the bath?
It was just a joke.
Because I got diarrhea and I thought it was melting.
Okay, I get it. But at least I was just being humorous. You, on the other hand, were talking against a racist.
That's for spoiling Endgame.
Okay, so, hear me out on this one. It sounds totally outlandish, I know, but I swear to Christ himself I saw this happen. I was at GameStop, looking around for Roblox gift cards with my little one's birthday coming up. There was a man and his kid over at the 3DS kiosk. He pleaded for him to buy one, but this amusingly out of touch dad told him he could get an NES instead. Lol. But anyway, the encounter really got tense once the kid pointed at his dad and shouted "engage me" over and over again. Don't really know what his intent was. It was just the most odd rebuttal I'd ever heard. The dad didn't really give a shit and ignored his pleas. So, and again, swear on my life this happened as implausible as it sounds. The kid spontaneously grew into this hellish 500-foot beast and obliterated the store. Soon after he ran amok and destroyed half the city. I was lucky to even survive. I sound like a damned lunatic every time I recount the story, but this shit was like something straight out of Hulk. Part of me believes this is what the government uses Area 51 to hide from us.
Oh boy, have I got a kicker for you. So my neighbors have this loathsome child. I think his name is
Hey Dad, what is all of this?
Caillou, what the fuck are you doing here?
What is the meaning of this?
Get out. This is a private recording session.
Why are you saying all these mean things about me?
You shouldn't even be on Reddit to begin with.
Dad, I am very angry. How could you?
Doris, is that you?
Yes, I'm the moderator of this thread. Got a problem with that?
Why is cockfucker here?
You ungrateful little bastard, my name is not
Canon cockfucker.
What?
Code Animate is dead, so you turn to Reddit to stroke your sick power-hungry ego.
Bullshit. All these posts are about different kids.
I can't believe you went behind my back.
It's not what it looks like. Now quit being an entitled little cunt and go to your room.
No.
The one time I do something for pleasure, you have to come.
That's it. Fuck you, Dad.
Whoa,
Go to hell. You have made me angry for the very last time.
How dare you defy me?
I'm gonna blow. Engage me, bitch.
And just where did you hear that from?
Dude, really?
My dad, how are you gonna engage me? Engage me. Engage me right now, you dense motherfucker. For the love of God.
That's it. You are grounded for
You
life.
didn't give me a 3DS. And for that, I'll never forgive you.
Maybe it's because I don't have pockets as deep as your mom's sack.
What's so bad about pizza? Huh, Dad?
Well, it's all you ever asked for, you inconsiderate little shit.
Please take me because of my different sense of taste. Yeah, that's
Cut
fair.
me some slack for giving you variety.
If it's variety you want, how about we start with Chuck E. Cheese's?
You gave that Chuckie mascot severe blood poisoning. We can't ever go back.
See, there you go again. And you wonder why I resort to such actions.
Destroy one more fucking building and it's punishment day, you hear
I
me?
have a better idea. It's punishment day for you. And you're receiving a one-way ticket to the deepest pits of hell.
Stop it right now.
So yeah, my dad...
No.
What was that?
Me, the Ash?